Kia ora, hello. It has been a chilly start to January. As we go through in towards the rest of this week, we're pretty much going to keep hold of that same sort of story. Low pressure sits out towards the east of us. It's fairly slow moving through the week. High pressure out over the Tasman Sea, which directs this fairly good southerly feed of air up and across us. Now, the good news is, as we go through the week, for many of us, it should be a dry story. There are still some showers to watch out for, and the winds generally at their strongest out towards the Chatham Islands, which are still going to be fairly blustery as we head through the rest of Monday. But you can see as we go through the rest of the afternoon, there's a bit more cloud around those eastern parts of the North Island. For many of us, though, it's a dry end to the day. Some good clear skies, even some sunshine as we go across the afternoon. Not a bad looking day out towards places like Auckland and Coromandel. As we head into the night time, we keep hold of that same pressure setup. The high pressure slowly edging closer, the low pressure slowly pulling further away. But it keeps us in this southerly feed of air, which means, although generally dry through the night time, nice clear skies before it turns a little bit cloudier around that eastern coast later on, it will be a cool one, with temperatures back down to around about 6 degrees Celsius through those inland parts of the North Island, 7 degrees Celsius there, Palmerston North, Whanganui, and even 12 in Wellington. Talking to some of our forecasters down in Christchurch today, they've had the heaters on down there as well. 6 degrees Celsius are overnight temperatures into the early hours of Tuesday for Christchurch. For tomorrow, though, for Wednesday, well, in terms of pressure, there's no great surprise. High pressure, low pressure, between the two. Plenty of dry weather, plenty of sunshine across the North Island. Still a little bit on the cool air in the far southern parts, but we'll find plenty of dry weather on the North Island. Showers springing up down the central spine of the South Island. For many spots, it stays dry. Just watching out for that cloud around the eastern coast. But let's have a look at the easier island. The North Island, well, plenty of dry weather around. A bit of a cloudier start around that southern coast of Wellington and around into Wairakei. But even here, that cloud breaks up to give us some sunshine for the afternoon. Not a bad looking story in Wellington. Plenty of sunshine though. For Taupo, up in towards Waikato, the Bay of Plenty, even around these eastern coasts, a great looking day there. In terms of our temperatures, highest are likely to be up towards places like Thames and Waikato, even towards the Bay of Plenty, 25, 26 degrees Celsius. Not a bad story at all. Cooler out towards the eastern coast, 21 to about 23 degrees Celsius. And down in Wellington, just about making it to about 17 degrees Celsius. For the South Island, well, a bit of cloud around from, say, Dunedin up in towards Canterbury through the morning time. That'll break up and give us some brightness in the afternoon. But you can see there's plenty of clear sky across those central parts to start the day. As we head in towards the afternoon, we find the cloud bubbling up and some showers developing from, say, central Otago up in towards the Canterbury High Country, up in towards the Nelson Ranges there. Now, I think some of those showers up in the Nelson Lakes area could be fairly heavy, perhaps with an odd rumble of thunder through there, but they'll ease off as we go through the afternoon. Showers mostly confined towards that central spine. Might find an odd one just drifting towards the foothills of the Canterbury Plains, but for Christchurch, I think just a little bit more cloud in the evening later on. In terms of our temperatures, well, for the South Island, the warmest spots down through central parts of Otago. Highs in Queenstown, 25 degrees Celsius. Over the next few days, this is the place to be if you want those high temperatures by the time we head through towards Wednesday, Thursday. 28, 29 degrees Celsius through central parts of Otago, by far and away some of the warmer spots of the country. On the eastern coast, 18, 19 degrees Celsius there for Christchurch. A little bit warmer out on the western side of the island. Looking ahead into Wednesday, well, everything is very slow moving. So the low pressure slowly pulls away, still with those winds wrapping through. Another blustery day for the Chatham Islands. We'll find more showers across the top of the South Island and a few showers springing up through those eastern parts of the Bay of Plenty. We'll start to find, though, the next system running closer towards us from the north and the west. So you can just about see that area of blue up in the top of the screen there. Now, that's the next feature, but what it will mean is a change in our wind direction, which means we should hopefully by the end of the weekend lose those cold southerlies for something a little bit milder as we head through towards the end of the week. Some better weather in terms of temperature coming through, but I think we'll find some wetter weather back towards Northland and perhaps Auckland by the end of this week. As always, you can find the latest forecasts and updates to any watches or warnings, although things are relatively settled this week until we head to about Friday. But you can find all of that information over at metservice.com. Thanks very much for watching.